everybody, Zeidoktor here, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to One Piece, Chapter 858, The Meeting. We have a nice little color spread this week of the Straw Hats as American football players. On one side we have Luffy, Nami, Sanji, Zoro, and Usopp. The first time I looked at this, I really could not find Usopp, and then I realized he's in the background wearing full plate armor, which is probably him, and he's face to face with Brooke. Also on that team are Frankie, Chopper, and I'm pretty sure is Robin. So why she's wearing like shorts with a football uniform is beyond me. They've also got Bison and Monkeys on their respective teams. The chapter itself begins with the Big Mom Pirates head cooking chief, the gourmet Knight Struzan, doing a sing-song while he prepares the finishing touches on the Tea Party's wedding cake. At the East Island Bay, East Island Inlet, Peckham is injured but still trying to get up so he can tell Mama about Capone. They've assured him that the fishermen have assured him that Jinbei is on it, like they're taking care of it, and surely he's gonna be about. He's probably getting a thorough thrashing from Mama right now. Like, probably ain't gonna cut it. Gotta make sure myself. But they're all like trying to keep him in bed, like keep him down from doing anything, and he's stubbornly determined to go and do it. Especially when he noticed that there was like activity along the way all through the night, like people carrying packages and cargo all over. And no matter how grateful he is, he's still got to go to Mama. Meanwhile, we cut back to Luffy and Sanji reaching the Fire Tank Pirates hideout on the northwest part of the island. Jinbei's group has gone ahead already, based the mirror. And Luffy's wondering what kind of guy Baze is in person. It's like, just think of him as a mafia boss. And out comes Monster Gun Vito with his old with his tongue wagging out, like, "Whoa, my hero, the Jerima, fan smoke, Sanji. I'm glad we can meet again. Don't get your breaths in the twist, boy. I can't tell what is supposed to mean. Damn it!" Of course, at this point, Chopper appears to Luffy and Sanji. He's actually like just fresh out of the bath. Like, Luffy's like, "What? We don't have time to be messing around. We're in a hurry here. And I thought you hated baths. Nope, you guys got it. Father will not meet with you if you're dirty." And we cut to the ladies' bath, with fan service, oh plenty, as Nami and Carrot are bathing. And Mommy's basically filling in chiffon on the events of Thriller Bark. Talking about how Lola became a zombie boar. How she just chased the man she liked round and round, and she didn't know what she would have run into if she hadn't met Lola in the forest. And Chiffon's glad to hear the story because that means that the Straw Hats are Lola's saviors. So happy that tears are flowing out. Like, we used to be like one mind and two bodies, like two halves of the same person, since they're presumably because they're twins. Carrot, meanwhile, like dead people can move. The ocean really is a wonderland. It looks like Lola able to become human again, huh? Yep. And Nami's confident she's doing well as a pirate. And Chiffon's like, wonder if she's found someone in the mirror yet. Like, apparently Mama's fury was like a demon when she ran away from that marriage. Actually, this is Nami talking, actually. That kind of threw me off, but it's like, see, like, Big Mom's anger is a bit terrifying, and there's a small matter of her running away from a wedding. Like, yeah, that was a pretty big incident. We also see that Chiffon has her and Bae's little baby right there with them. And apparently, Chiffon explains that all the giants in the world hate Big Mom. And despite the fact that Total Land is supposed to be a place where all races can live, there is not a single giant to be found. Carrot's like, ooh, giants exist. Awesome. One day, a suitor who fell in love with first sight with Lola appeared, and it was none other than the prince of the giant kingdom, Elbaf, Loki. Like, Big Mom was ecstatic with this, because if Big Mom became the princess of Elbaf, the long festering feud with the giants would be a thing of the past. And we get access to the strongest country in the world, and its famed army. And she wound up running away from that wedding. Oh, it gets worse. They tried to marry me off in Lola's place. But it was found out I wasn't Lola, and, well, our relationship with the giants got even worse. After all that, Mama essentially gave up on making any real giants her allies, and instead started to invest in methods of artificially enlarging regular people. Her anger at Lola has only gone up since then, At that point, she's considered a criminal in this land. If she came back, she'd be killed. And Big Mom apparently doesn't like Chiffon very much because of the resemblance to Lola. Like every time they met, it's like she gets mad at seeing Lola's face. And she get beaten black and blue. For years, her wounds didn't even heal. I was going to be killed by my own parent. And Chiffon no longer thinks of Big Mom as her mother. Lola's a happy-go-lucky type, so I doubt she even thinks her own mom is out to kill her, but... And now Nami's like, oh, that makes sense now. And when Bae said that he was planning on killing Big Mom, Chiffon didn't feel a thing. You think he'd be as heartless for that, but it's the truth. Meanwhile, like Brooke is like just like, oh, we got the Brooke and Luffy, like they're all night out of the bath now. It's like, oh, what a wonderful bath, yo, paradise, just paradise. I almost can't leave. Why are you acting like you made it to some fierce battle? Tighten it up a little, Brooke. Battle hasn't even started yet. Like, oh, refrigerator. There's milk in here. Milk. Of course, like one of the mobsters is like, don't go just going through our stuff, damn it. Like, oh, that's perfect. I lost a tooth somewhere along the way. I got my face cracked. And they just drink the milk and almost immediately heal up. Oh, better. The hell is up with your bodies? I don't know if I've said this before, but I love watching people react to the Straw Hats' antics. I always love that. And apparently, when they still got Diesel and Brûlé tied up and dressed fancy. Actually, I didn't realize they were dressed up too. And we're now at 3.5 hours till the tea party begins. And Brûlé's basically throwing threats at Chiffon, because he's joining on with someone trying to kill Big Mom. And Chiffon's like, you know exactly what Mama did to me, don't you? Lola's life is in danger too. Baze and Pez are my family now. They're all I need. At this point, and speak of the devil, they enter in. Krusty managed to clean yourselves up a little, eh? Clothes make the man, they say. I have no interest in talking to fools who can't even present themselves properly. Now then, we got 3 hours and 30 minutes. Let's get down to it. First things first, do we join hands or not? As far as me and mine are concerned, you lot are a pain in the ass. Often you all here would save me some sweat off my back, but Sanji points out that if he dies, their chances that assassinating Big Mom drop to 0. The whole ceremony itself will be called off after all. And if I don't make it back at least 2 hours before the party starts, people are going to start getting suspicious. Yeah, must say to admit it, you're right. I definitely can't kill you. Jinbei points out that we don't have time to glower and smolder at each other. Luffy, what does your instinct tell you? Feel like joining up with these guys? But he notices one of the members of the group is like, wait, you're Caesar, aren't you? What? Caesar? Where? Nami and Sanji are like, oh, how are you just noticing? Like, and apparently, like, Baze broke Caesar out of captivity, and he got a hold of Caesar's heart because he's in charge of keeping an eye on Caesar. So he's got Caesar's heart. And I'll let you loose, but only if you let me in your power. And now, yep. And he's like all indignant, especially when he hears Luffy's coming. He's like, that is the last group of people I want to hear again. See again. Like, Caesar? No, I am Baze's sworn brother. Gangster Gastino. So, no. He's even laughing the same way. And we actually have, like, the text, the name text, like, it says Caesar Clown and big letters behind it, but in the foreground it's Gangster Gastino. Oh, and he also has the CC Caesar Clown gloves. Like, they're like, he isn't even trying to hide it. The hell's Gastino? Oh, Luffy's like, oh, was it gotten you confused for somebody else? My bad. No, you're actually right for once. That's Caesar. Come on. Now they start arguing a bit. Like, Caesar's like, because of you idiots, I got handed over to Big Mom. I was about to say goodbye to this world, but then this guy got a hold of my heart, and now he's using it to order me around. Damn Trafalgar. Tell Law if I ever see him again, I'll end him right then and there. You too, if I get the chance. Enough of that. We don't have time for this. Straw Hats, do we join hands or no? Fine, but first, let me punch you once for shooting Peckhams. And that gets the whole room into a big uproar. Of course, like, Bae's like, yeah, whatever. Go ahead, try it. But everyone's getting mad at him for actually wanting to do it in the first place. And in the midst of this fighting, Jinbei intervenes. Like, do any of you like Big Mom? They're all in unison. We hate her. That's what you call an alliance. You can kill each other all you want afterward, but right now you need to join forces. You all have something to gain. At which point Luffy's, Bays, and Caesar all huddle up. Alright, what's the plan? I've got a perfect one. Let's do it quickly. Let's get this over with already. And that's where the chapter ends, with Luffy, Bays, and Caesar all just screaming at each other. Well, Bays isn't screaming, but he's still looking pretty diabolical. And that whole exchange took about 10 minutes. So we're at 3 hours, 20 minutes. And that's where the chapter ends. So I may have said already, but whatever. And this is a fun chapter. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Like, we're getting check-ins with all the other characters now. Like, we're seeing where Peckhams is, what he's probably going to be doing. At this point, he's probably the one most likely to screw things up for anybody. Like, if he actually manages to step away from the Fishman, because there is no way like he's not going to go straight to Big Mom, because he is loyal to a fault. I'll just say. Also, funny thing with Luffy, like, he's wearing a nice suit, but he's still wearing short pants, and he's wearing the monster hat over his straw hat. Luffy, your style. Everybody else is looking pretty nice here, though. Like, Carrot's got a little mobster mole thing going. Apparently she's snacking on something in the process, too. And Pedro, looking fine. Good work there, Pedro. Jinbei looks about the same, but he's also a Yakuza type, so he's probably still properly dressed. And we kind of get some information on just what it is with Big Mom and the Giants. I saw some theories wondering if maybe she was, and I think I thought myself that maybe she was part giant, and maybe they just didn't like half breed or something, but that doesn't seem to be the case here at all. Moving along, we also have the issue of that whole mirrors to Loki. Of course he's named Loki. And we got to get some circumstances behind that, and Lola leaving that one just screwed everything up. I do like Chiffon though in this. Like, she has no. This is kind of something we were doing right at the beginning of this arc, like where the daughters of Big Mom have, the children of Big Mom. Some of them at least have no loyalty to Big Mom whatsoever. I think it seems to be especially the younger ones, because we have Praline actively helping. We have Chiffon ready colluding with assassins. And in Chiffon's case, she's pretty much doing it for the sake of her actual loved family, which are Lola, Capone, and her son. So there's definitely going to be something going on there. Meanwhile, we have Brule and Diesel. Like, I like the fact that they were dressed up too. I didn't notice that the first time I read through it. And also, last week we saw like a guy that looked like Caesar, but nobody was quite sure. And now, yeah, it's Caesar. It's actually Caesar. I like the fact that like Luffy's like, oh, okay, I thought you were somebody else. Never mind. Here you go. Like, dude, really? Come on. Things are getting pretty crazy here now. So, yep. So we got a plan here. I think next week we'll probably see some setup for that plan, seeing where everybody is, what everyone's positions are. Get Sanji in place for his part in the ceremony, and things like that. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people recently say like more and more that they'd like to see Carrot join the crew, but I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking now that Carrot is actually going to go out to sea on her own. She's going to become her own pirate. That's what I think is going to happen. Then we'll get a cover story of Carrot's adventures through the Wonderland. Carrot in Wonderland or something. Oh, there you go. The White Rabbit's Adventures in Wonderland. There you go. Alright. I'm going to throw that one at the One Piece podcast or something later, because that's something I would like to see now. I want to see Carrot just on her own, like just learning these things the hard way. There's no way that wouldn't be fun. And now they're all dressed up, they're all ganged up and ready to go. So the question is, what comes next? Like I said, I have no idea what Capone has in mind, but he does have some advantages in the fact that he is the security. So at the very least, like, he has total control over who goes where and does what. So there's definitely something going to be going on with that. Not sure what we got going here otherwise, but that's definitely going to be like a big thing going forward here. Alright, since they're just kind of going in circles at this point, I'm going to go ahead and call it a review. I don't have a lot with this chapter. There's a lot going on. There's definitely a fun chapter, a good information chapter. a lot of it was just exposition and not really moving the. I don't want to say not moving the plot along, but just like kind of getting us there. So I do wonder what the incident is between Big Mom and the Giants specifically. Like, what's got them so angry at each other? And Big Mom must have wronged them in some way, and I can actually see it as being like as a matter of honor, because Big Mom talks a big game, but when it comes to getting what she wants, she can and will readily break her word. Whatever, maybe that's like one of her early things of trying to get married to somebody, or marrying one of her children before Loki came along. Tough call, but well, I guess we'll see that when it comes around then. But for now, I'm going to go and call the review at this point. That's been One Piece chapter 858, The Meeting. Until next week, have a good time and bye-bye.